Okay, students, the next thing I'm going to show you is write in your lesson. So now we're looking at the lesson, and this is going to be look a little bit different by the time I get done with this. But one of the things that you will see is the document that I put here for you to download. So I'm underneath the Introduction to Language Arts 7, and I think that this particular document is going to be very helpful to you because it's the 1920 academic year 1920 MNVA calendar for parents and for families. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this. But before I do that, one of the things you can see here is I do have the ability to download this. But if you want to look at it first, and this is going to take a couple seconds to generate. At first I was clicking on it and I'm like, oh my goodness, it doesn't work. But I don't know if it's my computer or the new platform or what, but it does take a couple seconds to generate. So now here you have the 2019-2020 calendar, and from this point you can download it. So this is the icon that you would click on to download it, but you could also print it right from this point as well. So I'm going to click on the download, and then it's going to show me an option where to place it. I'm going to put it on my desktop because, that's really the best place for me to put a lot of things. And I'm just going to save it. So now I'm going to always have it right on my desktop. And if I take a look at my files, so I have my files up here, I can go all the way up to my desktop, and there it is. And now I have it for my own, to print out or do whatever I want to do with this. It must be my computer that's slow. And there it is. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to go back into the lesson, and it's because I clicked the back key, it actually popped me into the next lesson, but that's fine because actually that's where I wanted to go. And I'm going to show you this a couple of ways, how to access your lessons, and I'm going to come back to this as well. But you can access your lessons by going into content, or the other way I'm going to suggest that you do it is by going into plan. And when I click on plan, I want to look at the week so I can see all my lessons in the week. So the first week, yeah, right now I don't have anything. But by the time I get through with this, you're going to have something on Thursday. But I'm going to go to the next week and you'll see that we have lesson 1.1. So when I click on lesson 1.1, so you can tell that this is the lesson that you need to do for September 10th. You need to do the lesson. You need to do the lesson, you need to do the lesson, you need to do the lesson. I have to say things 3 times so that students will hear it. That's what I'm told, that you need to repeat it at least 3 times for students to hear you. So if you do not do your daily lesson, I mean, this is the same as attending your language arts class. When you do the lesson, when you have completed your lesson, then you will have attended your language arts class. If you do not do your lesson, if you do not do daily lessons, then you are going to be marked absent for your class. And this is very, very, very important. It is so important to do school. It is so important to attend because, number one, it sets up a pattern of good attendance, and you want to carry that into not only your high school years and perhaps your college years, but you want to extend that into your life as well. You want to be able to show up for work, and you want to be able to show up for things that are important to you in your life and to other people in your life. So I'm going to just stop my little lecture there. Okay, so one way you can get in, I showed you content, but another way you can get into your lessons, and this is the way that I want you to get in, because then you can see all of the lessons that you need to do on a weekly basis. So when you click on the lesson and then click on more, and then it takes you to the beginning of the lesson, and then as you go through, it's going to take you through the different parts of the lesson. And one of the things I want you to notice, first of all, this is new this year. So for those of you who have been with us before, this information of getting you through this navigation information is new, and I really, really like it because, it shows you that this is the information that you need to get to. Make sure you pay attention to this at the bottom. This is page 1 of 2, because if you just go to the next one or you just click on the next one, you're going to actually miss some information. So let's go back. 1 of 2. So I want to click on 2. And when you are going through the lesson, make sure you read everything on the screen, listen to the little videos. Some of them are more important than others, or more informative, I guess I should say, than others. And, frankly, guys, if you don't want to read it, I mean, this, maybe you're tired and you don't want to read, or maybe you don't like to read, whatever. There's no excuse not to get this information, because one of the things you can do is you can turn on the reading, and then if I click on read, it's going to read the information to me. So there's really no excuse for not getting this information. Okay, so we want to read all of page 1, listen to the little video, go to page 2, and then read page 2. Here's one file to download, but that's another PDF, and that's not really what I wanted to talk to you about. When I click on the next page, this is going to show me another document to download. And this particular document is in a .docx, and that is a Microsoft Word document. So I'm going to click on this Microsoft Word document, and I'm going to open it up. And I think this is going to open up on my second screen here. Oh, I was wrong. And I'm going to enable it just because that annoys me. So then I have information on big ideas and learning objectives. So you need to have Microsoft Word. This is an absolute must because, number one, a lot of these documents that are in the lessons are in Microsoft Word. So you want to make sure that you have a copy of Microsoft Word on your computer. What's that, you say? You don't have a copy of Microsoft Word on your computer and you really don't want to buy it, or you can't afford to buy it? Yeah, I totally get that. I understand that. Well, one of the things that you should have seen in your student to-do checklist is a short video on how to download Microsoft Office. Well, I'm going to go through that with you very, very quickly here. So what you want to do, if you do not have a copy of Microsoft Word, and while you're at it, you might as well download Microsoft PowerPoint, because you're going to need that as well. Then what you want to do is you want to go to your email, and you can access your email. And I need to go back here. Go back to course. And I need to go back home. I mean, I already have my email up, but the way you want to get to your email is by clicking on the email, on your email, and going to your inbox. Okay? Do you want to stay signed in? Yes, I've already checked this. I think there's a few flaws in this particular program, but anyway, we'll get through. We'll get through. So what you want to do, when your email should look like this, you might have a few emails. I'm trying to be very, very efficient with my emails this year, and I'm trying to delete them as I take care of them. But what you want to do in order to download your free copy of Microsoft Office Suite is you want to go into the App Launcher, and that's this box right here, and then click on that, and then I'm going to click on Office 365, and it's going to take me right to this screen. And what I want to do right over here is install Office 365 apps, including Outlook, OneDrive for Business, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and more. And then what I want to do is follow the directions on the screen. So after this downloads, I'm going to click on the setup file. Let's see if I can get it up here. And I want to say yes. Yes to start installing. And then you want to follow the directions on the screen. It'll probably take a few minutes here. Okay, so they're going to be downloading the Office products. So I'm just going to let it run. And what's going to happen is it's going to download the products, and then after installation, start Office and sign in with the account you use for Office 365. You don't want to use this. This is my sign in, but you want to use your email that you have from K-12. And if you don't know what that is, let me know and I can help you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this because I already have all the Microsoft Office information that I need, or all the Microsoft programs that I need. I think it's going to still install in the background, but that's okay. But if you have any questions on that, let me know, because I'm pretty good with this. And once you have completed the download, then you should be able to access all of the documents that you need in Microsoft Word. Okay, so that's it for this particular task. I'm going to stop this and we'll go on to the next task.